that with Kai'Sa especially, as once you hit level 2 on the Killer Instinct, the ability to set up immediate picks inside lane.
Around this Rift Herald is already, Zika's diving in. There's a Hextech ultimatum. Q is going to connect as Kanavi taken down to half health. 369 in trouble. As the Camille is so low that his first blood going over to Knight to start this one up. Hung should be the next one on the menu, and there it is. But Ruler is down, missing. It's so incredibly low, and there's a perfect execution from Scout. He's trying to do what he can. He finds the backflip, but now he's the last man standing for LNG. Can he get Kanavi on the way out? And yes, he can. He's looking for even more.
The line, and you see Camille ultimate, Akali. Okay, we see bottom
across the line. Ruler is going to have the Sonic Wave soaked by his support. He's now ulted, trying to get himself out of here. Down to 200, and he's executed.
They take him down.
Shockwave here towards the top side. Scout trying to stay in the shroud. Ults to try and get himself out of there, but there is the cease and desist. And Scout, oh, the clockwork wind up, not enough, but once again, it is going to be command attack coming in. Now it's Knight's turn to fall as Tarzan picks up the kill. Another Q going to connect. As Kanavi should be able to get himself out or back in if that's where he'd like to go. Hung has turned up as well, but 369 is here. Kanavi going to get headbutted back, but Zika's not going to be able to protect the cow. Going to have to flash to get himself out of the way, and now the Drake is going to be taken. Tarzan! And these pincer movements can work out when you have a Camille on your team. The Orb is now trying to keep them in check, but Kanavi locks down the Baron. Now Tarzan dives in, he breaks his stopwatch, but Ruler has been kicked out immediately. He pops back over, and the team fight team is popping off. Ruler unchecked in the pit, and he's just going to grab as many kills
to smithereens.
Yep, in a turret for Nexus may not be the trade they're looking for, but there's the cease and desist, and Tarzan will acquiesce that one. LNG now trying to defend, but without their jungler, and now 369 is unstoppable. The Hextech ultimatum is one that they don't care about at all. As 369, he's going down low. Scout's trying to get what he can. Voidseek is going to work out. There is still an inhibitor turret there in the mid lane, but it's not quite going to be enough. And now the Nexus is exposed. Gala is looking for Ruler. Ruler wants a rematch of the 1v1 from earlier, and Gala's making it work. Ruler goes golden and says, all right, Knight, you can take that one. And JDG will take down the Nexus here in game number 1.
It's a team game, Atlas, and the 5-on-5 still win, despite the early dragons.
And this is why when I've talked to some of the LPL teams, and I've asked them sometimes, why do your teams go for these crazy fights, these risky Barons? And they're saying, well,
but I actually think Maokai is way better than the Alistar because it has offensive use, and Alistar Ultimate is purely defensive. So really, really interesting pickup here where they're going to have some big plays.
Gentlemen, this is the latest First Blood that we've had this Worlds. I was not expecting it in an LPL versus LPL match. I was promised action. As an LCK commentator, we are starved for that oftentimes throughout the year. Just going to look to take down the second Herald.
Scout has teleport, but he's up at the bottom turret right now. Oh, it's being used. Let's go.
Now let's see whether this is actually going to be that First Blood. The Rift Herald is going to be secured, but now Kanavi's in trouble. He's jumped up. He's taken down First Blood at 16 minutes for Scout. Imagine.
You know, dragging out that way.
So do not recommend?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. Oh!
Never actually done it myself, but now we've got Scout going golden. There is the Nature's Grasp. They're looking for the re-engage. Missing's right in the middle, but I don't know whether it's going to work. The Blade Caller is massive, and Tarzan going to lock down, missing some low health bars, but Scout is still going to be able to get rid of Knight. 369 is trying to do what he can, and they do manage to collect 2. But 369 is going to go down. Zika is the most gigantic crocodile I've ever seen, and it's no button and no button for both of the jungler and the mid laner here. The Drake down relatively low. Tarzan in the back of that pit. He's going to be kicked out, and that is going to be the soul denied. Blade Caller is good, though. Is missing, looking to be the first one to go down. And there is the kill for LNG. 369 on the bottom side of the fight is Scout. He flashes for it, and Ruler is going to answer. The health bars are so low as the Cataclysm comes in, and it's the Crocodile that reigns supreme. 369 going down incredibly low. Ruler close to full health, but there's a 3-man queue, and Tarzan fights the knock-up. LNG win the fight. Moving towards the Nexus turret. 369 has a decent angle, but he just doesn't seem to be able to find any way into a potentially good fight. Ruler trying to rain down his Q on the enemy team, but now it's 369 that's just going to get picked off, and JDG have not a lot of options left.
They've only got one Nexus turret left here. Ruler and Knight, they're going to have to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're diving forward. Tarzan just trying to get Knight, and he'll be able to pick that one up. Now there's no Nexus turrets left, and LNG just mop the floor with JDG here in Game 2. And as everyone predicted, we are going to a third. Whoever wins this next game is going to knockouts.
Yeah, I mean, Scout was down at 10%. Zika got incredibly low. I do think, Knight would want that team fight back, but obviously he saw a window, thought he could get over the wall, maybe get a 100-0 type play, but
the Camille can really work well with that. With the Cassante, obviously a very versatile pick, but you do kind of opt more into a team fight style, which against this JDG comp is a big risk.
Yeah. And not going to be able to get that last plate, but Scout has moved into position. There's the knock-up. They managed to get the cease and desist as well. Ruler's going to be taken out. First blood goes to Scout, and missing is now underneath his turret. Last shot not going to come through there. No, is now Tarzan charging the Vault Breaker. Is going to find the flash onto Kanavi. They get into the backline. He can't do anything, but the Pop Blossom is absolutely huge in response. It's just not huge enough. As now Scout trying to get out of there. 369 gigantic as he gets over the wall. Hung just sees his death as he breaks his stopwatch on the ground.
Teleport in from 369.
Yeah, they're looking for the opportunity.
Yes,
369 may have been a little bit early as the hook is fantastic. The chain CC comes in, but look at the charm. It's on to everyone. There's the follow-up. It's Kanavi. He's going to cut them down with the Cyclone. It's Ruler that grabs the first kill. Knight collects one as well. Possibly caught out of position. Kanavi's just taking names at this part of the game. Knight not going to find the Pop Blossom there, so that's a cooldown they don't need to deal with, but this is one that they have to, as the quickness comes in and they are just torn apart. Goal is taken out. The turret was still up, but it doesn't matter. LNG taking down the jungler, and now Scout looks for the opportunity. Another quickness is incredible as Ruler dives on top of Tarzan, but he doesn't exactly find the value he's looking for. The third Q does come in. They get rid of the buy, but Ruler is also dead, and now Goal taken down. 369 is a monster. And he's gonna take the triple kill, and JDG, I think they've done it again.
Look at his player cam!
But JDG, the favorites for the tournament, will also be the first ones welcomed to the knockout stage of Worlds.
An LPL tournament favorite.
And that's fine. They can lose that one as well. Then they go down to another one.
The nice thing about Aatrox is the damage is the healing, so the more damage he does, the more he can tank. So it's perfect.
Huge for both of these teams. Were really, really big parts in getting them here to Worlds in the first place.
Exactly right. And this is the handcrafted counter pick. That fact. Delight is going to find Peanut here. Now Caps dives in. Another explosive charge is primed as the chain's connected. First blood. He invested his teleport as Chovy finds the chain. Not that time as the Everfrost does come in, but Peanut gets the kickback. Buster shot is now available for Chovy as Caps just trying to keep himself in this one. The next chain should land though, and Chovy gets his revenge with a little bit of help from his friend. Be stopped at this point in time. The chain lash comes in. Sama thinks he's going to get out, but there's the quickness. Chovy locks down the kill, and Mickey X, he goes golden, but he may not survive. Does flash away. So it's true, Chovy is going to turn up, but that is a lot of damage to this turret, and it looks like G2 are thinking about just staying here. There's a counter-strike. The flash finds everyone from Doran, and now Chovy's looking to answer. Still, Delight dives forward. The Buster shot's massive, but it's not going to be enough. As Caps goes down, Broken Blade is huge in the back line, and the Dominus is actually ticking down. Chovy out of the fight for now, but Broken Blade doesn't have any friends anymore. He's still trying to do what he can. The Golden Meek is fantastic. In position to start flexing their muscles.
And in the LCK, this is where we've often seen this hold up, Doran.
Okay, yeah, Doran is just going to stay here. Peanut is going to turn up as well, but Broken Blade will survive. Chovy's in so much trouble, and Doran's going to go down with the help. This is a bit dangerous. There's the counter-strike. See where this rocket jump is going to come from as Doran is looking for it. Caps just holding onto the button. He leap strikes early, and now it's Delight that's going to make his way in. The quickness will charm him up, and the Q's not going to connect, so Delight says, all right, I'll take it. And now look for that angle. Nature's Grasp is going to come out from Chovy this time around. Broken Blade going to be taken down, but it's at the cost of a lot of health bars. But there goes Yike as well. It's a double kill for Pays. Mickey X trying to get himself into position, but it's Doran that's ripping them apart. Caps is still up, but he has about 1 health to his name. And now Hans Sama, can he find the angle? The answer is no, because Counter-Strike
By Doran.
Oh, Chovy has thrown down another Nature's Grasp. This time, the Arcane Shift going to be enough to get Hans Sama out. There's a kick on a Broken Blade. Not exactly the best from Peanut there, but into the backline goes Delight, but he's stopped in his tracks. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen as Mickey X is taking so much damage. Chovy now able to throw the chains out, but he's going to miss that one. It's a double as this Xayah is just so huge. Finds himself in Nature's Grasp, gets rid of it immediately as the chains are not going to connect. The rocket jump just to buffer, so the CC's going to be there. And in goes Delight, finds the angle this time around, and Caps is dead already. Chovy goes Golden. Delight finds the knock-up, and Broken Blade was looking for him. Mickey's going to die in the backline. It's a triple, a double. There's the triple for Chovy. And now Broken Blade, I think it might be the pentakill. Our fourth of the tournament. That would be absurd. Chovy is pretty low trying to get into this one, and Peanut wants to feed it to him.
Don't do it, Peanut!
No flashes available. He's Peanut! And now Gen G gonna break down these Nexus turrets. It was a really cool try and a great start for G2, but not quite enough to get them over the line. The Nexus will fall down, and Gen G one game away from the knockout stage.
So it's these multi-pronged attacks. It's the way that they're timing that attack, the way that they're timing their coordination. It makes it so difficult for G to actually have any recourse in those fights.
To be able to guarantee seismic shoves as well. So I want to see Caps working with that Maokai guaranteed route to guarantee your seismic shove, or with the Nautilus doing the same.
Still haven't gotten the crest just yet.
Another hook got to connect here from Mickey X, but he's going to get knocked up this time around. Delight is extraordinarily low. He's going to have to flash, and there it is, the light slinger from Hansama. Two still available, and now we've got to fight towards the bottom side. Peanut looking to help out his bottom lane. Mickey X in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is not first blood. That is, in fact, the second kill of the game. As Doran keeps giving up these cannon minions. There's a hook that's going to connect, and the flick back as well. Chovy not dead just yet, but he has to flash. The Weaver's Wall comes down. Chovy's still alive for so long. He ults to get himself into the fog of war, and now Mickey X doesn't have a lot of damage. The flash comes through. He's got the blast code, but the hook
landed. He's got no mana left after that, though. So Yike's gonna get chased out, and he pays the price.
There's the Magnet Storm.
All other sources of gold.
Yeah, right.
Kills, getting all the other kinds of minions, tower plates.
Seismic shove not going to hit. Chovy is going to land the backflip, though, as Cap's in trouble, and Chovy's going to lock it down.
And he got the cannon.
Oh, and now Peanut is making his way towards Broken Blade. There's the stun, but he does get a bit of a pushback. Can he actually find an opportunity? But
Making things happen left and right is Chovy.
He's in trouble. He's going to ult just to try and get that ult to Prime. Can he get over anything? The answer is no. He's going to be able to at least use it, but Hansama grabs that kill. And now the all-out's going to be used here by Broken Blade to try and get himself back.
And ends up getting taken down.
Peanut hurting G2 right now, as there is the Magnet Storm. Delight dives in as well, and everyone's charmed. The grand entrance is massive. Hansama just deleted from the rift, and now Chovy just waiting for that blast code, and he follows Caps. Can he find the angle is the question. The ult 2's not going to get there.
Being such a pivotal part of that turnaround, and maybe he can find a pick here as well.
Looking for an opportunity under Delight. They do manage to interrupt his attempt to get out, but there's the Magnet Storm, and in dives Chovy. There's just not enough damage from G2 as Pays goes up into the air. Delight locks down that kill, and it's Chovy that's popping up in the back line. Hansama not going to be able to do anything, and now Caps has to try to flash away, but it's not going to work because he gets backflipped on by Chovy. All right, Pays. Oh, they know! All right, Peanut's going to dive in. That's a massive stun as well with the Shattering Strike as Doran's being dealt with. Peanut's taking a lot of damage, though. He's not going to be able to sustain more than this, but Pays is still ripping them apart. And look at Doran. He is a monster as he goes golden to avoid death. And I have a feeling it may just be over here. Pays very close to that pentakill as Delight also is going to bait them in, but Pays is dead. There's Pays and Delight both down as now Peanut is in trouble. Doran is going to be able to pick up the kill in the end, and now Caps, he might be able to get there. He might be able to do it, but the Umbral Dash is going to buy him the space. Peanut, what are you doing moving forward? As there's the Weaver's Wall. Let's see whether this can happen as the Shattering Strike is going to interrupt. And there's the Q from Doran. It ain't clean, but it'll be enough. Lance forward doesn't exactly find too much here, as the Siege Minion does need to be dealt with as Doran just Umbrally dashes out of the way of the Seismic Shove. Rocks go down. It's a cooldown that Gen G are going to be tracking. You see now they're going to get underneath this turret. There's the World Ender from Doran, but he's taking a lot of damage. Diving forward, he's got the GA. Delight not quite going to be able to find the angle there as well, as he did pop the ultimate, but there's the Magnet Storm, lands on a 4. The perfect execution from Chovy, and the wallets are just too heavy, and they slam down onto G2. Gen G.
Somebody get in there!
They're going to.
Somebody get in there!
Absolutely.
Nexus turret number 2 going to go down, and the Nexus will follow. Gen G are going to join JDG in the quarterfinals.
As someone who has worked several tournaments in the Swiss system, I can tell you that this is one of the most dangerous positions to be in if you want